NASA will fire rockets at the solar eclipse. America's f***ing back, baby. Our sun turned black and we shot it, dude. We went back to them old days that some of your grandpas miss. Now, I don't know if this means mozzarella's in revolution. Ask that girl that smells like a trust fund in patchouli. I'm sure she'll have some answers. But this eclipse seems weird. The devil comet will be visible during the eclipse. We got a devil comet? Since when is there a devil comet? CERN will also be fired up to explore hidden matter that fuels our universe. CERN is that thing that I'm way too dumb to explain, but it's like frickin' laser beam that helps nerds study space. People are booking Airbnbs across the entire country to see it, all 4 minutes and 28 seconds of it, which is an extremely long time, right? Some would say too long, right? Everyone is a fan of eclipses, Trump included. That's the old school way of getting Havana Syndrome. But the media is telling people to prepare by stocking up on food, gas, and their medications. Texans are even being advised to have an emergency bag ready. I told you America's back. The sun turned black and suddenly Texans are scared.
Ladies and gentlemen,
The Semi-Daily Night Show with Gary TV, your host, Gary.
Tonight's ceremonial first pitch. And please welcome the President of the United States.
just making sure you're paying attention.
Welcome to the Semi-Daily Night Show. Your police department is using Legos to cover the faces of suspects. The Murrieta Police Department, that's my hometown. What the f*** happened to my hometown? The Murrieta Police Department would post a weekly roundup to Instagram of all the people that got arrested over the weekend. And it was funny to watch the kids you went to high school with that had money trees are the best place for shade in their Instagram bios being arrested. While I believe it should be a crime for adults to play with Legos, I can maybe understand how concealing suspects' faces is for things like safety and not to gain followers.
So why then use Lego heads?
A little fun, get some attention, game the social media algorithms, generate some attraction, it likes, follows, stuff like that.
Well, Why do police departments need followers? Now, only people who say who was actually in Paris to their friends and not just when driving alone, singing along, would follow a police department's Instagram. But this is probably just a department issue, and not every department wants to entertain an audience.
The new law has changed the way Riverside police do things.
We were probably one of the first agencies here in Riverside County that was posting booking photos. And we'd been doing it for years. And we had learned that our audience wanted that.
What? Okay. Well, luckily these are police officers and they would follow the law and not find loopholes to post people's faces under arrest.
So Officer Ryan Railsback said their department found a different way.
Law enforcement cannot post a booking photo. A booking photo is defined as a photo taken at the time of booking.
What the f***? I'm gonna have an aneurysm. Police departments don't need social media fame unless it's that Deputy Slope dude in Arizona or that Florida department that has the suspects talking shit in the background when they're arrested. Those are hilarious. What the hell was I saying? Oh yeah, when Murrieta PD would post photos of people they arrested, they all definitely looked like they were from Hemet or Moreno Valley. Just saying. But they said the comments got a little judgmental of color, if you know what I mean. And I expect nothing less from Murrieta. So now Lego has reached out and said they can no longer do this, and that those are trademarks. I think this is weird and wrong, but we missed the point. The real criminals here are adults that play with Legos. Anyone who plays with children's toys likes to play with children, if you know what I mean. Your government agents are being attacked. Havana Syndrome, which admittedly I thought was what I experience every summer where I drink rum and smoke cigars in humid locations, has been reported. This is a theory that US officials have been experiencing traumatic brain injuries and Russia may be behind it. FBI agents and CIA agents have been experiencing sudden headaches, ear pains, and then memory loss from what seems to be a microwave attack. And the CIA is now upset their brains are being manipulated.
Well. How the turntables...
And the victim, who was, wait a minute, that's f***ing Lady Gaga. Ms. Pokerface went on 60 Minutes and described while working for a government agency, she experienced a sudden onset of headaches, ringing, and pressure. She says she has memory loss from the event. And she isn't the only one. Another government official's phone battery even blew up once he was experiencing these headaches. This all started outside the embassy in Cuba. We have an embassy in Cuba? That's like having a gym in a mall food court. With anything bad that happens in the US, Russia is being blamed for the attacks. This was traced all the way down to an alleged Russian spy caught in Florida. He was in a police pursuit that ended and was caught with a machine that can wipe the car's GPS computer. The man spent years in the Russian military and then moved to the US as a chef. Chill out, Anthony Forain. Get it? Foreign, like Anthony Bourdain, and he's foreign. off. I'm trying to get better at puns. Now, they believe this was all to mentally incapacitate our government officials, which is definitely not a thing. Our government officials are mentally sharp.
Over $1.3 billion. Trump is...
President Joe Biden fundraised $26 million, which is 1/4 of the next Ukrainian aid package. The tickets sold from $225 all the way up to $500,000. Only a liberal would spend $500,000 for a ticket and submit a background check to go to an event that fights the elites of America. These tickets got you into Radio City Music Hall to see Bill Clinton, Barack Obama, and President Biden on stage with Stephen Colbert. I would pay $225 to never hear Stephen Colbert joke again. Lizzo was also there, and conveniently, she spent $26 million on pizza. Listen, if you like QAnon, you know there's layers to that joke, dog. There were pro-Palestinian protesters out front protesting Biden and his stance with Israel. Obama was interrupted by a protester and responded that people need to listen. And Obama was a great listener. He listened to all of our conversations. It was an hour-long talk between the three of them. Just when I thought we had enough podcasts, we got that shit. But Bill Clinton just looks happy to be away from his wife, that bipedal lizard. Obama mainly talked about how hard Biden's job is, and we know it takes three of him to run it. Chuck Schumer warmed up the crowd, and I can only imagine they went mild. And Mindy Kaling emceed. Who the f is Mindy? Oh, it's the girl from The Office that turned out to just be as annoying as her character in The Office in real life. She joked about how there are rich people there despite getting their taxes raised. I told you only liberals would do this. Amazon's AI is fake. Amazon is shutting down their Just Walk Out stores, which your local Target has been doing for years in California. And what was marketed as a store using AI technology to charge you by scanning your cart was actually just 1,000 people in India manually reviewing the footage. That explains why deodorant was always free. Jokes, people.
Comedy,
jokes.
huh?
The stores allowed people to scan a QR code when they went in and walk out with their groceries. And AI would scan their cart, bypassing the need for a checkout register. The AI hype is like women's college basketball. Yeah, we're all talking about it now, but it'll be over soon and the only ones left watching are perverts. The concept of the store was all this was automated and there were no employees, but it turns out that was as real as Joe Biden's earlobes. How do they keep reattaching? Cameras were set up through the store and people were being watched the entire time and their carts being monitored remotely. Automating grocery stores is sad. Grocery stores are a good pulse on society's well-being. Go to your local grocery store and you'll see what I mean. At Air One, you can see the people who are okay with paying $8 for orange juice because mommy and daddy fund their chronic sinus infection problem. Cocaine addicts is what they are. Kroger and Aldi's will keep you humble. The vegetables need to be washed because their tomatoes are probably grown with fentanyl. And Sprouts just shows you that no matter how much money you make, you can never really afford your groceries. Costco could function as a well-regulated city if it wanted to. But don't worry. Costco has enough Legos for anyone caught stealing.